Obi-Wan Kenobi Season 2. If you don't know, I'm a big fan of the Obi-Wan Kenobi series on Disney+. A lot of people panned the show.
I'm sorry.
I thought it was actually really well done. I couldn't wait to watch each episode each week when it came out. To me, it was as good as The Mandalorian. I actually really liked it. I love the way that Obi-Wan went from the lack of no faith to believing in the Force again, and hearing his, spoiler alert, hearing Qui-Gon Jinn's voice, his master, talk to him at the very last episode. And I thought it was wide open for a season 2, but then Kathleen Kennedy shot it down, said, oh, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to do some other things. And then she shot those down and said, we're going to do other things. And shot those down too.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No! No!
I found an article on superherohype.com, and it was released today on January 31st. And it said, Ewan McGregor would love to make Obi-Wan Kenobi Season 2, talk Star Wars prequels.
Hello there.
And I wanted to share this article with you. It's pretty short, and then I'll give you my thoughts on the end. Well, I gave you my thoughts already, but I'll give you some more thoughts. So here we go. Let me bring this up. There's Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan. I thought he did a fantastic job, like I said. It says, Ewan McGregor would love to make Obi-Wan Kenobi Season 2, talk Star Wars prequels. January 31st, 2024, by Brandon Shearer. Despite initially being reluctant to play Obi-Wan Kenobi in the Star Wars prequels, Ewan McGregor said that he'd love to do a second season of the Disney Plus series. I would too. Speaking with Variety, McGregor said that while there's been no official word on the matter from Disney or Lucasfilm at this time, he's ready and willing to star in a second season of Obi-Wan Kenobi. I would love to do the second season, but there's no talk of it yet. There is a lot going on at Disney, he said. Ewan McGregor reflects on the Star Wars prequels. Reflecting on what it was like to play Obi-Wan in the Star Wars prequels, McGregor said, it wasn't a done deal for me. I didn't think it was at all who I was. I believed at that point I was a Danny Boyle actor. The beach was more important, I mean it. It wasn't flippant. I did ask a lot of people for advice. He added, I am happy that I am this character for a lot of people, but when these films came out, they were so disliked, that was hard. The first one was panned, and we still had to make another 2. It was weird to be in a film that was hammered. Prior to starting in 1999 Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, McGregor was primarily known for his role as Mark Renton in Danny Boyle's Trainspotting. He was attached to star in 2000's The Beach, but left the project after he had a falling out with Boyle. The two later became reacquainted and made T2 Trainspotting together in 2017. Following 2002's Star Wars Episode 2 Attack of the Clones and 2005 Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith, McGregor reprised his Star Wars role in Obi-Wan Kenobi, which was released in 2022 and is currently streaming on Disney+. So there's the article. There's nothing set yet because Disney's not going to come out and say anything, especially after Kathleen Kennedy said, well, there's nothing on the horizon for the Obi-Wan series Season 2. If you have Ewan McGregor that would be willing to do that, and I know they could get Hayden Christensen to come back. They can make it to where both of them are in the series, just barely miss each other. Darth Vader is not actively searching for Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan is aware that Darth Vader is out there. They could bring back Darth Maul. He would be an amazing character to be Obi-Wan's nemesis in Season 2. There was a talk about another Jedi gone rogue and turned to a Sith who was a part of the Sand People. They could use that person to be Obi-Wan's nemesis. That could be a huge amount of material. If they could get Dave Filoni or Jon Favreau to make this series, I bet it would be outstanding. It would be as good as the first season. I really enjoyed the first season. I can't tell you. If they brought Qui-Gon Jinn back, that would be fantastic. Him training Obi-Wan to learn how to become a Force ghost. Then that would fill in the gap of why he came back in Empire Strikes Back and taught Luke. that would fill in that area of knowledge that needed to be known. It's a 10-year gap between when we left off in the Obi-Wan series on TV to when he takes Luke on the Millennium Falcon and they go to the Death Star. Because Luke was 9 at the time. He was 19 in Star Wars. The 10-year span, they could just do like a 1-year span or whatever. Like I said, they have Darth Maul, they have the Tusken Raider Jedi, or, you know, Obi-Wan could be taking care of Luke because there's a couple of Legend series where Tatooine goes into a drought, go figure, and Jabba the Hutt like extorts all these people with water tax, and he sends out Black Chrysanthemum, the Wookiee bounty hunter, and him and Obi-Wan get into a fight, and Obi-Wan gives Black Chrysanthemum that slash across his face and runs away. So there's so much that they could do, and there's probably things that they would do that we never even thought of. Given Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni the reins, it would be such a fantastic thing. But I think that Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are pretty tied up with The Mandalorian right now, so we might not see the Obi-Wan series for a while, if at all, which is disheartening because I know that a lot of people didn't like it, but I just loved it, and I think it was a very strong series. As strong as maybe The Mandalorian. It has roots into like the original Star Wars movie, whereas a lot of these episodes that we're watching now don't. So that's my opinion. Well, that's it for this video, but come back for more Star Wars and sci-fi content, more Black Series unboxings, more live watches, and movie watches. Remember, the Force will be with you always.
Remember, the Force will be with you always.
If you like the content, go ahead and subscribe and give it a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. And also, if you like this content, check out this video right here.